I see someone is here. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to give a few more minutes for anyone else that might be showing up a little bit late. I got to get my queen of paperwork here. Okay, we're a little bit after 7 o'clock. All right, so we'll get started here. There is a chat. I don't know if you guys can see it. If you can see it, I'd love to know that. I'm going to type in here, how hot is it at your house right now? Let's see if anybody can see that. It is, my thermometer is in the sun and it is 111 degrees in the sun just before I sat down. So let me know how hot it is at your house because I'm just super curious. It's crazy and it's hard to not talk about it. Okay, so I do see that we have a few people here. That's so wonderful. If you want to let me know how hot it is and you have a chat that shows up, I would love to know if you do have a chat that shows up. Technology is definitely not my thing. And slowly, I'm gathering knowledge. And today we'll learn more, hopefully, about the chat and whether it's really a thing or not, just on my screen or whatever. So today we're here to talk about declaring independence from your pain. And most likely there is some sort of pain in your life that has got you curious and has brought you here. Very recently, I was going through Eckhart Tolle's book. I'm not sure if it's his newest book. It's called A New Earth. And he mentioned something that I have never really heard about before, and it just was this very quantifying, helpful label, I guess, which is probably like outside of exactly what he's talking about. But these words that were so helpful to me, and what he was describing the pain that we have. We have pain with relationships, or pain with finances, or pain with careers, pain in our bodies, and all of that is our pain body. It's this manifestation, and he called it the pain body. And the reason that he called it that was this reminding factor that it's actually not your body, that it's this painful experience that's outside of your body. And that was my motivation for bringing this topic up, with declaring the independence from your pain. So I want to talk a little bit about like what I was just talking about here with the Eckhart Tolle, and how he was talking about this pain body. And I love working with people, and I've been going through this craziness with all kinds of training and coaching and all kinds of stuff. And everyone wants to know, who is my ideal client? Like, we're supposed to be, like packing this down into these things. And when I talk to people in those settings, I talk to them about how I want to help people feel better. I want there to be more ease in people's life. And I have had the experience where I have found so much relief when I have removed the past trauma. I've also found relief, in other places of my life. But very few people tie in together the pain that we feel in our life associating with trauma or emotional baggage that we're carrying from our past. And I want to talk a little bit about that right now, because I think that when people offer that information, as far as like, the pain that you're feeling, physical pain is in your head. And that's not true. The pain is there. The pain is a physical thing, but that pain is communication. And I'm going to focus now on pain in the body, or dysfunction in the body, whether it be cysts, tumors, your organs not working, your shoulders always hurting. There could be somewhere in your body where there is pain. And like I mentioned, there is outside of our body, we can have a pain body, but I'm going to focus on the pain part. And so the interesting part about having this area that's dysfunctional is that very often there's not a medical reason. Conventional medicine is going to look at symptoms and treat symptoms, and conventional medical treatment, which is absolutely wonderful. I'm not telling anyone to stop going to the doctor. I'm just explaining their point of view. They're trained on surgeries and medications. They're not trained on a bigger picture, a different picture, a holistic picture of our bodies. So in looking at this area that is just not being its optimal performance, a lot of times there is some emotional trauma, some memory. We can picture that as being a ball of energy in that area of the body, whether it be the shoulder, on the organ. Sometimes it's actually in our magnetic field. I've worked with clients where they've actually held their trauma in a magnetic field place where it's actually creating this weakness, this dent in our little protective shield of our intuition. And removing that changes a lot for people. It changes dysfunction of an area. It's basically like fixing a leak in a roof. It's completing their bubble of intuition so that can grow stronger. So I'm talking a little bit about things that are off topic here. I'll try to get back on topic. So I want to talk a little bit also about so going back to conventional medicine, my super special person, Keith Quick, my boyfriend, we have someone special in his life that is, going through this medical journey now. And that's very much in front of my mind because when we have this personal connection to people, I tend to be very passionate about wanting to inspire hope. So it has reminded me quite a bit about my journey through conventional medicine and how I wish that the efforts were different. So when we go to a doctor, they tend to give us the hard facts. They show us the pictures of the stuff that's not working. And then our subconscious mind has this way of just taking over and, like this person and whoever that, like they had this and this was their life. And like, I know this other person and this is what happened. And like, let's Google it because like everything awful is going to come up and give me more information. And all of that is actually visualization. And we're visualizing worst case scenario. We're visualizing the illness. We're really encapsulating the experience basically that we don't want. We're living it, we're feeling it, we're searching it. And the opposite end of that, if I were helping somebody with finances, I would talk to them about, what is your financial goal? Look at that every day. Find people that have lived that way. Find happiness. Find those stories of those people that did it. You don't have to figure it out. You have to live it and love it and want it. And in a way, when we go that route of the conventional medicine, a lot of times that visualization is encouraged to be sinking in. And I do think that help in those medical fields always comes from a good place, but I think that it's not as complete as it should be. We should be looking at pictures of healthy tissue. We should be looking at pictures of success stories, of healing, of and listening to that and finding those people and talking to them, finding those groups. So separating ourselves, declaring our independence from pain, getting back on topic here. There are super basic. I don't like using the word simple because I feel like people associate that word with easy. Simple does not mean easy, but there's some very basic things that we can do to optimize our body to be the healing machine that it is. So I'm always super passionate about the tapping. I'm super passionate about the breath work, breathing, connecting, helping, becoming very mindful of all the things that our body is doing for us. And I love working with people to be taking that deep breath and just noticing, taking a deep exhale, and then noticing what is relaxing, what's actually happening here. All these things that are helping my body heal are happening when I get out of the way. So my other super awesome thing that I love talking to people about is mirror work, just talking to yourself and being nice. Of course, meditation, that's the visualization piece as well. And it's also, meditation is also a way of surrendering. And that surrender is where we heal. So when we bring in, energy of, I'm going to do this and it's going to prove to me that it works, we're staying committed to the pain story. We're staying committed to the dysfunction story because we believe in that more than we believe into the work. And finding a place, finding some energy to show up with an open mind is even more beneficial than just showing up. So that surrender, it's not the tapping that's going to heal you. It's the surrendering while you're tapping that has the potential of healing you, has the potential of helping you pay attention to the opportunities that are around you. And we might not see them because we're stuck in that story of the pain and we're stuck in the story of dysfunction. So finding your way to disconnect from that pain body, recognizing the fact that that is not you is the first step, that is not you. You are made of healthy tissue. Your body makes healthy tissue. Your body is here for you to be moving forward and loving life. And some things get in the way, and usually it is this emotional baggage, emotional trauma. So I talked about a couple simple things to do as far as things that I incorporate when I work with clients for removing, what do I want to say, to resetting the mind. And there's one more thing I want to talk about today about releasing the trauma. And if anyone is out there and has ever worked with me, they know that I always have a magnet close by, because when we do work, when we actually do the kinesthetic testing, when I ask your body what is wrong, your body is going to answer. And then we use that information to let it go. So anyone, if these people watching have worked with me, here's my magnet, the same old usual thing. And when we work together, we usually get very specific, information. But you also have a cue right now. You are always healing you, right? You are always healing you. I'm here to facilitate, optimize, spread my knowledge of the 20-something years that I've spent gathering it, because I love sharing it. Why have it if I can't share it? And so I lost my train of thought. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So we find something very specific and we let it go. And when we let it go, we use the knowledge of Chinese medicine. We use the knowledge of qi, our meridians, everything that's in our body working for us. And we apply the magnet to that area. So when we're releasing, we're going to be imagining that there's this credit card strip across the top of our head. And we're going to erase that information with this magnet. So you're always healing you, whether we're working together or not. And you have your own personal queued up information, queued up stuff that's ready to get out of you. It's ready to go. And I am a believer that in release this feeling that's in my chest right now. I'm going to release this feeling. So we're going to up over the head, up over the head. Uh-oh. I'm not sure if this is recording, but I'm going to keep going. So I'm not sure if this is recording, but I'm going to keep going. So I was saying about, we're going to just imagine that this information is on a credit card strip, this magnetic strip up over our head. And when we put this magnet on that strip, just like a regular credit card, with that mag strip, we're going to erase that information. We're going to let it go. And when you have this feeling in your chest, I'm ready to let this go. When you say those words, when you connect with that feeling and you identify it, you can take this magnet and you can release that 3 times up over the head, 10 times if you're feeling great. Just keep going if it doesn't feel released yet, and believe that it is going to be released. Offer it up. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. It sounds crazy, but it also sounds crazy when you think about other options, when you think about surgeries and prescriptions and side effects and this like cascade of information that is overload. Healing is what your body is made for, and releasing a lot of times we have these symptoms, we have these problems because it's that dysfunction that's trying to communicate with us. Once we start listening to it, once we start hearing it, once we start responding, it changes. It doesn't have to speak as loud. And so if your backache is, when does it show up? What are you doing right before it shows up? When your back aches, what is it keeping you from doing? Or what is it providing you? What is it getting you? Is it getting you attention? Is it getting you a break on doing the dishes? Like, what is it getting you? Connecting to all those pieces of the story helps release that and helps reset the information. Let's see. And I'm looking at my notes because I love my paper here. And this is that reminder that you are always healing you, no matter what is happening. Any injury that you can think of, a little scratch here or a bruise somewhere, we can optimize that environment. We can clean the wound, we can cover the wound, we can give it some air, we can do whatever, optimizing that environment, and it's going to take over. Your body's going to heal. It knows what to do. A lot of times we just need to get out of the way. So it is my hope that feels very helpful. It's my hope that it feels hopeful. So I have a few announcements here at the end of this stream. And let's see, I'm looking over at the chat here. I don't see anybody chatting. So if somebody can say something to see if I can see it, that would be great. If that feels too scary, then that's fine too. But like I said, I'm figuring this out like literally like 1 minute at a time as we do this. So I want to let you know that in coming up in July, I will be working with the local library system, the Finger Lakes Library System. And oh, hi, yay! So yay, someone's there. So I'm going to be setting up a book discussion. So we are going to be digging through the kits that the library has available, and I would like to do a 3-week. What do I want to say? A 3-week workshop. We'll just call it a workshop. And we have to figure out what book is available because I want to do this virtually. So anyway, we're going to be looking at what books are available. If there is a book that you have been wanting to read or has inspired you and you want to really like digest it a little bit with somebody, please let me know. And I will do my best to consider that as an option. Right now, I am looking at that Eckhart Tolle book, A New Earth. It was very inspiring for me, and I kind of like his take on stuff. So I would like to do a book discussion, and I'm in the works of finding the book. And so that would be meeting once a week for 3 weeks to talk about the book broken into 3 sections. And then we can even have a follow-up after the book is done. I wanted to let you know that I still have a couple more days, 1 more day, today, tomorrow, maybe July 1st. I'm still offering that incredible deal with $600 off my packages of working with me one-on-one. And you can get those details on my website. The tab is Let's Work Together, and you can check that out. And then next week, next week, I want to talk about on our Let's Talk on Tuesdays, the difference between the struggle and suffering, because that has come up so many times, I would say, for the last weeks, struggle versus suffering. And I really want to talk a little bit more about that and how that ties into this pain body a little bit, this pain body experience. So that's what we'll be talking about next Tuesday. So that will be July 5th, 4th, 3rd, I don't know, July something. So that's on tap. And then I see a lot of faces, or not see a lot of faces. I see people here that I recognize. There's some people that are still anonymous, and this is going to be up on YouTube as soon as we're done here and as soon as it does whatever it needs to do. And I am setting aside my Saturday, July 3rd, so this coming Saturday, for people that want to call and connect and have a conversation about finding hope. So these Finding Hope Here calls, I set up a Google document. Again, this is technology, so heavens knows how this is going to work. But I set up a Google document. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. If you know you just want to meet with me, just shoot me an email right now and I will put you on the list. Calls start at 10 and they go until 2. So, and they're half-hour phone calls. So if you want to do that, shoot me an email and I will find a time and just put you on the Google document and we can skip all the technology stuff. But there will be a Google document to use that. You just write your first name on the time that works best for you. And then right next, so there's a time and then a space. And then like it'll say like 10 a.m. and then a space. And then you type your name in there. And then there is my email next to it. Click that email and then tell me the best way to get a hold of you. If you want to do a Zoom call, I will send you a Zoom link so then we can video chat. If you want to do a phone call, then send me your phone number, but to just keep things as private as we can. But yeah, the 3rd is set aside for doing one-on-one calls and yeah, finding hope here. I feel like that might be my new slogan because I feel so passionate about it. But yeah, so let's talk again on Tuesday. And I would love to talk, like really talk one-on-one with people that want to find some hope, find some information. I love information, sharing it with everybody. So July 3rd. And then, like I said, July 1st, my prices on the one-on-one sessions go up to regular full price, but I did that summer special with a $600 off of both the 1-month program and the 3-month program. So take advantage of that while it's here. And I guess that's about it for today. Unless anyone had questions, I'm so glad that you ladies said hello and hello right back to you. I'll give another minute or two just to see if anything else pops up here. But thank you so much for being here. And I hope you're staying cool. It is so hot. I love summer, but it's a little bit too much for me. I am gonna click off of here because I don't see anything going on the chat. And thank you once again for being here. And I will talk to you all again very soon. Thank you so much.